This vehicle really needs no introduction. In fact, when we drove the Defender 90, we took it off-road. When we drove the Defender 110, we also took that off-road. Today, however, we've got a different type of Defender. But before we do anything, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Literally, because this car is the size of an elephant, and it's all this over here. Despite the longer overhangs, the Defender 130 is unmistakably a Defender in its appearance. With its boxy and minimalistic design, it certainly makes a statement, more so with its two-tone color palette and rugged appeal. You're sure to get noticed on the road. The interior remains new age Defender 2, blending vintage Land Rover nostalgia with modern features such as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The infotainment screen and digital instrument cluster is the same as in the 90 and 110, allowing you to access important information regarding the vehicle's on- and off-road settings. Whenever a manufacturer talks about their vehicle being either a 7 or 8-seater, it's generally a 5-seater that can seat either children at the back on the 6th and 7th seat, or it can fit ants or short people like myself. This is not the case, however, in the Defender 130, because as you can see, I'm in the third bench now, and I am very comfortable. In fact, I've got decent legroom, I've got decent headroom. They do say that this vehicle can seat 3 adults, but I think in my case, you could fit 2.5 of me, unless I go on a bit of a diet. That being said, you still have a decent amount of space here. And just to show you that it wasn't just an afterthought, they've even added a USB-C charger and heated seats. We have to give credit where credit is due, and that credit goes to the fact that you've still got 389 liters of boot space with all 3 rows up. It doesn't really look like 389 liters, maybe if they go this way. However, if you do put both the rows down, you get 2,200 liters of boot space, which is a lot, but then you've got a 2-seater. You may think driving this Defender 130 would be quite cumbersome because the car is just under 5.5 meters long. But interestingly, this car shares the same wheelbase as a Defender 110, so in essence it's just your mind playing tricks with you, because this car feels actually quite normal to drive on the road, and once you get used to the size, it's actually quite easy. So we all know that these cars are very good off-road, but today we want to see how well this car fares doing the normal day-to-day stuff. And one of those things is parking. This car measures in at just under 5.5 meters long, so in theory it must be quite difficult to park. The good thing, however, is that I've got these nifty cameras that tell me exactly where to place the vehicle, and already I've got my line wrong. Thank goodness I don't have an audience, because I'd look like a fool at the moment. But these cameras do really save the day. They always tell you never to trust the cameras alone and also use your field of vision. But just using the cameras, I've happily parked. No matter what Land Rover tries to say, this is a very large vehicle, and you cannot run away from that. That being said though, it is a large vehicle with substance, because you can actually use this third row. To me, the Land Rover 110 is more than enough. But if you're the kind of person that has an extended family, perhaps this is the perfect Defender for you.